So in this video, I'm going to show you how to grow your muscle naturally without the use of any enhancements or steroids, as I'm someone for the past 18 years that has done the same, going from 145 pounds to 215 pounds naturally. So my name's Adam. I'm actually an online fitness and health coach. I actually help men between the age of roughly 30 to 50, also guys outside of that scope as well, transform their physiques, but more importantly, get them to the desires and goals that they want to accomplish for themselves. When I was younger, I was 145 pounds. I was really thin, I was frail, skinny, I was weak, I was insecure, probably all the things that some of you guys feel now. And I developed a system and a way for me to grow my body to what it is today. I always looked up to other individuals, as a lot of people did when they were younger, like Arnold or Flex Wheeler, or even certain movie stars at the time, and I wanted a physique like that. And I don't know about you, but a lot of the things discussed was about taking steroids in order to get to a physique that you like, and being able to get on some form of enhancement to get that sort of body. Well, the thing is, it's not true. You don't have to take those things if you want to get a nice physique like this. You can do it naturally. It's just you haven't been putting the right systems in place and you haven't been taking the right steps to do that. And I know some of you look in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see, because that's how I was. I had to wear a back brace for 4 years because I had to go through getting scoliosis and having my spine curved, and then also dealing with back pain and skin rashes because I had to wear a back brace for 23 hours a day. Literally every day, I had to wear this thing. I could only take it off for an hour to shower and then also do stretches. And what did I have left in that hour? 20 minutes? So if I can go through all of that, I'm telling you, you can get the physique you want. But I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can utilize in order to start getting you there. So the first thing is how you tackle your exercises. It's not enough just to go there and do 10 to 12 reps with a random weight. You have to pick a weight that is going to be challenging for you. Now, there's different techniques of strength training and other hypertrophy types of training methods, but we're going to keep it a little simple today just so you can get a bearing on what you need to do. And you want it to be where when you get to the end of that 12th to 15th rep, there's a lot of tension within that muscle. You need to make sure it's being challenged. You can't just go and lift weights and expect it to grow. It'll get some stimulation, sure, but if you're not challenging it every time you go, you're not going to get the max amount of stimulation you could have gotten. Now, with that, you want to make sure you have a plan in place. You don't just want to walk into the massive gym that you go to and look at the sea of machines and just pick a random thing to do. You need to have a proper plan in place. What gets measured gets accomplished. And what that means is when you have something put in place and you have something to go by, you know you will get results from that. So it doesn't matter what muscle groups they are, pair 2 muscle groups together and utilize those for that session that you're going to work out in. 3 exercises each, 12 to 15 reps or more, and use that as a basis point. Start adding in static holds. So this is just a different technique you can utilize in order to help stimulate muscle growth a bit more. It's literally as simple as doing a bicep curl and then holding it halfway for anywhere between 2 to 3 or 4 seconds, and then completing the exercise again. You can utilize this in many different ways. You can do it in the middle of your set, you can do it at the end, you can do it right at the beginning, you can hold it for a certain amount of seconds, you can do it multiple times, you can play around with it whatever way you want. The second thing, obviously, your nutrition. If you're not understanding what your calories are and then what your macros need to be within your calories, then you're losing out on success. It doesn't matter if you're building muscle, okay, or even if you want to gain weight or lose weight. You need to know what your caloric intake is and have a good estimate of what that is daily. And then from there, you want to make sure your macros are going to be suited for that. So because this is a video on building muscle, you want to make sure obviously your protein is going to be a bit higher, but do not negate the carbs as well. And for some people that are saying, well, I follow this certain diet and that certain diet, that's fine. You can still build muscle doing that as well. But for optimal muscle growth, it is better to have more carbohydrates. You don't have to do that. It's your call. So you want to add up all the food that you're having during a 7-day period. Every single day for those 7 days, you're going to add up what your caloric intake is. You're going to add all of those up, and then you're going to divide it by 7, and that's going to give you what your average is. Then within that average of your caloric daily intake, you're going to assess what your macros should be. Generally, when I work with a client, again, it can differ depending on the client and their lifestyle and what they're doing, but I'll generally do 50 to 60% protein, and then I'll do 20 to 30% carbs, and then the rest will be accumulated towards body fat. And then the rest will be accumulated towards fat. And then the third thing, which a lot of you guys don't do, is you need to get into a better habit and create a better paradigm than what you have right now. And what that means is the reason why a lot of people go and tackle these things and they fail sometimes is not because they don't know what the answers are or even have some form of an inherent answer of what to do, or at least what direction to take. It's because they don't change their habits. Do you really think with the individual that you are right now and what you've been doing, and because you have been struggling and you failed, that you would be able to make the changes to get the physique or even the lifestyle that you want without changing your habits? You're not, because I've been doing this with my clients for 18 years and I can strongly tell you that in order for you to become more successful, you have to change the way that you are and how you think. The best way to do this is to go and find other YouTube channels, to maybe go and mimic other individuals, to go and talk to other people, to go and find somebody or a group of people or even a forum or whatever, not just has the look that you have, but has the mindset that you have, that is able to produce those results because of what they think and what they do and how they portray themselves to everybody. See, the secret is changing what you believe in, and you only change what you believe in when you act. And the way that you cause action is by doing things sometimes you don't like in a repeated fashion, which builds other habits, which will mold you into the person that you need to be, that will get you those results. And this needs to be a daily thing. You should be blocking out a little bit of time every day to be putting yourself in an atmosphere where you're going to be watching videos like that, or listening to a podcast that helps you focus more, or even writing down certain goals that you have, something that's going to get you closer towards becoming and developing into that individual to get you those goals. And as you do that, you start developing the other things that I talked about in this video, and you will start to develop the mindset that you need to finally reach that goal of building muscle and changing your physique to something that you are proud of. All right, guys, if you like this video, click like, subscribe, comment, share. I want to know what you thought. I hope you got a lot of value out of it. I will be putting a lot more videos out like this because I want to always serve you as best as possible. I want to be able to give you as much value as I can, and I want to hear back from you guys if you liked it or not. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.